Hi, I'm Andy with Two Coyotes, and I'm going to teach you how to make a pen out of natural materials like feather quills, bamboo, and even dried up Japanese knotweed. To make a pen out of natural material, you just need something that's hollow, and many things will work, including feather quills, which are hollow on the inside, bamboo, which is also hollow on the inside, and this Japanese knotweed, which is very common. It needs to be strong enough too, so I went and looked at some of the new green growing Japanese knotweed and it was too soft. This was dead from probably last year, so it's just hard enough. Other things will work too. There's certain trees that grow with hollow twigs. To get the little point of the pen, I'm just going to shave away with a very sharp knife. And something like an X-Acto knife will work, or a craft knife of some sort, as long as it's very sharp. I'm going to carve away till there's sort of a point. I don't want the point to be too sharp, and when I get really close to that, I'm going to cut it flat. And the width of that little flat spot is going to be the width of the line that your pen makes. So once I have it sharp like that, I'm going to split it right down the center of this part here, because that little split will hold some ink in it. To do that, I need to turn it over so I can put it down against a cutting board on my bench here. And I'm just going to put the knife right in the center, push it in, split it. This is a nice strong feather, so it took a little, I'm not sure I even went through yet. There we go. So now you can see that I've split it there. This Japanese knotweed is not very strong material. It breaks really easy. So I'm going to pick the strongest area, which is near where the branches are. That area is a little thicker. I'm going to go up maybe an inch from there and try to carefully cut it off there. To do that, I'm just going to take little nibbles part way through all the way around, and then it breaks away. Now I can carve it into this pen shape, which is just basically a wedge. And then I can clean that up. I'm going to cut the end flat across. I want a little narrower, so I'll take a little more away. And the sides too. Until I get the width that I want. Sometimes it's cool to have a really wide pen or to have many widths. And just now I split down the center, which makes a little reservoir of ink. It will work without splitting it. You can just dip this in ink and then draw without the split, but you run out of ink very quickly. This little slit will actually hold some ink in there. And if you look at fancy fountain pens, you'll see that little slit too. I'm going to demonstrate how to use these pens. There is a little bit of a technique to keep in mind. Get a little ink on here. So you'll notice that I'm pulling the pen towards me. If I go the other direction, the tip grabs and I get a mess. I can go sideways and I get a very narrow line, and I can go towards me. I've already run out of ink. I'm going to put a little more on. And also, if I push too hard, it splits the reservoir. It makes a wider line, which might be what you want. It also uses up the ink a little quicker. Now with the Japanese knotweed here, oop, I got a little too much ink. It works the same way. With these stiffer ones, you can go backwards sometimes and get away with it, but you can hear that noise. It is catching, and I don't get as nice of a line when I do it that way. And here's the bamboo one. Nice wide line there. I also want to show you some natural dyes that we made that we can use as ink. See how they work out. I've got this here, very light. I don't know how well you can see it on the camera. It's sort of a gentle, pale, warm brown, and that is from yellow dock roots that we smashed up and boiled for about an hour. The longer you boil it, the darker it will get. Here's another batch of the same material, even paler. And this is from the roots of, ooh, look at that. From the roots of a plant called barberry, which you can find sometimes in great abundance, and that makes this great yellow. And we boiled that also for maybe an hour. It worked pretty well. I really like this project. It's quick. There's a lot of materials that you can use to make these pens. You can make a lot of them at once and have one for every color that you're working with, all different widths and sizes. And they don't last forever, and especially if they get stepped on. And that's okay, because they're from plants, dead plants, and we can just toss them back out into the earth when we're done and make some more. The feathers are a little harder to come by. This is a farmed turkey feather, that's why it's so white. And I do find wild turkey feathers and other big feathers once in a while. There is a way to make them last longer by putting the tip in warm sand for 15 minutes or so, and that makes it a little stiffer, and they'll last longer, so they can last a long time. So I hope you enjoy this project, and thank you very much.